All right, good morning, cyber traders. Welcome back on this lovely Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving Eve. How's everybody doing this lovely Wednesday? Good to see you all. Dina, good to see you. See you, Skip, Lita, good to see you all. Robert, Brian, everybody ready for Thanksgiving? I did some cooking last night. I had a little, maybe one of my signature dishes of eggplant, grilled eggplant, delicious with a, marinated reduction balsamic was delicious. Got to make my famous antipasta. Looking forward to that. But hopefully everybody's all ready. Everybody's get ready to bust out those good meals. Good, good, good. Everybody here on YouTube, welcome back. All right, so a couple of good, interesting stocks that we got. We had one really nice runner that made this morning. It was the second stock on the list. You could see it on the watch list right there. And I'm just going to bring it up. This right here, this BFRI. You could see it right here. It was a really nice move. It was on the pre-market watch list. Realistically, that was the only one that's really moving, and that's all you really need. And what's pretty cool about this stock, it does have a warrant too. So you could see it here on the second biggest percentage gainer. Stock had a really, really nice warrant, but stock's moving pretty nice in pre-market. I'll tell you, that pretty much does it. I mean, that stock really had a really nice move 8 o'clock this morning, had a nice little Fausto flag around $4. You could see it right here. It just moved out beautifully. And then all of a sudden you see right there at the 8 o'clock move, nice little $4 mover. And you can see where it is now, almost as high as $6. Even if you made a buck on that stock, you should be pretty damn happy. What is it called? An antipast. That's what it's called. It's on YouTube. What is it again? It's a famous Italian cured meat dish. Anyway, we're going to keep an eye on that one, and we're going to check that out. And keep that on our watch list. But before we do that, let's talk about what happened yesterday. A couple of stocks had some really decent moves yesterday, and they got crushed. Just to show you why you got to be really, really careful of holding positions overnight and just making your money and run. We had this really nice move in this one stock right here, APVO. You could see it right here, had a really nice pop in the morning hours. Let me just bring this up a little bit here and see, you can see in a bigger screen right here. So you can see I had a really nice move early, went all the way to 1375, came all the way back down to 8, and then right around 11 did another nice push, broke through that resistance around 1375, shot all the way to 21, and then, and the interesting is that this is why you got to be careful. It didn't want to break right after that 3:30 time zone, and it just came right crashing down. So that was a pretty substantial drop on that stock. It was very volatile. It was very dangerous. So hopefully everyone got just whoever made their money is what we talk about. Just take the money and run, because stuff like that could happen. Another stock that also did the same exact thing was this stock, KTTA. Another big runner, 9 o'clock this morning, ran from 450, shot all the way to $8, about 100%, and then it came down. Didn't really want to go back to that $8 price range anymore, and then it started dwindling down. Now, and you could see it start making the higher lows, and then after that, boom, the thing just dropped all the way down to 450 after hours. Had a nice recap recovery in pre-market, but then around 6:30 this morning, boom, look at that, just a horrible drop, went all the way down to $4. So that stock right here, if I bring it up over here, you can see on a long-term chart, it was a stock that was a new IPO. You could see now it's going to be a gap fill. If it holds here, it could probably be a good stock. So I'm going to put this back on the watch list, the KTTA. Listen, just don't do this as a swing trade. You got to do it as a day trade. And you got to use yesterday's supports and resistance levels to kind of give you that sense of direction, where it should stop and where should it hold. All right, so that one's doing pretty well also. Now, a couple of the stocks that another one here I just want to throw out here was this OLGN. That stock had a really nice move in the middle of the day, ran from $1.60 all the way to $3. You can see how it did a triple top and then came right back down. But anyway, it was a nice little move in the middle of the day. So for some of us that show up late, maybe you're from different parts of the world, I always say, and you want to show up in the middle of the day, listen, the best times to trade in the first hour and the last hour. But you know what? If you can't, and you just want to show up, if you get out trading alerts, which, by the way, let me remind everybody, we're closed tomorrow. It's Thanksgiving here in the United States, but Friday at 2 o'clock, and this goes for all your students, even gold and platinum. We have one of the biggest sales that we're going to do in 25 years in business at Cybertrade University, so you don't want to miss it. So please make sure you're registered. We did send an email on that, so definitely benefit on that Black Friday deal that we're going to have. Something that we want to give everybody back a little bit over 25 years being in business. So anyway, the QLGN, regarding about that, everything, that's the old news. Let's talk about today. So some of the stocks that we got moving on that's on the watch list. So we got this stock that's moving really, really well. You could see it's doing a little bit of a nasty shake right here, traded 24 million shares. And the BFRI, let me just put it on. I kind of deleted it off my level 4. Take some of these stocks off here. So it looks pretty strong. I'm not really seeing any major resistance levels anywhere, which is a good sign. I got a 100,000 share buyer at 360. Obviously, that's not going to help, but I'll just bring it up over here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm not really seeing any sellers out here other than this big guy right here down the bottom. You could see him right here. You see that ladder effect that went in right here, 100,000 share buyer. So, stock looks like it probably could be pretty strong going into the close. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And remember, you do got the warrants. Warrants are a little bit risky. Just, one of the strategies, give everybody a benefit of how to be very successful. Listen, try to buy stock at your price. You got to beat the spread once. When you go out there and you trade a stock, and you don't do your limit orders like we train you here at Cybertrade University. If you don't do your limit orders, the spread can be very, very expensive, and that could make you or break you, especially if you're trading 1,000 shares. Like, just really quick, I don't know if you just noticed this on this BFRIW, there was a seller out there for 7,200 shares at $1.32. Guy got executed. Okay, now if you got out here at $1.40, put your limit order out there. A little tip of the day. Right away, you'll make yourself 8 cents. 8 cents on 1,000 shares is $80. I don't know too many people that can make that in a couple of minutes, but that's something that you have to look at. Always try to take the profit. Just want to point that out. A couple other stocks also that moving this morning. We got this, and let me tell you, list is extremely small, okay? Very, very small. JNW. I like this stock because it got crushed. It got destroyed. You can see it from 35 down to 24, but it is trying to looks like it's trying to make a little bit of a comeback in the pre-market. I don't know where JWN comes in, but this is Nordstrom. I don't know if there's anything to do with the riots, but I mean, a lot of companies, scary part, a lot of retailers came out with earnings, it looks like. And, let me just bring this back and show it to you. You can see it right there, because what also is on that list is Gap. I don't even know who really shops there anymore in Gap, but Gap, like, that one also got hammered. So not really doing too well with Nordstrom's and Gap. So, but the only thing about Nordstrom's, on the other hand, is that if it, it's not a pharmaceutical stock, so they know they do come back. Yeah. The reason here, somebody just came. Nordstrom's bad earnings because of its supply chain. Let me tell you something, which is crazy. So yesterday I went shopping, food shopping, to get ready to obviously I went to a place. I don't know if anybody heard of a company called Restaurant Depot? You got to be a business owner to get in there. I don't know if anybody here has ever been there before. I don't know anybody YouTube, Facebook Live. Anybody been to Restaurant Depot? Mark says, awesome place. Yeah. Oh, look, we're getting a lot of yeses now coming in on anyone on YouTube? I don't know if anybody here on YouTube and Facebook. I'm not seeing anyone reply back to that. I see a lot of you here. So anyway, let me just tell you a funny story before I go through the watch list again. So I went there, and it looked like somebody, like, they got rioted. It literally, there was like, I mean, I've been trying to buy plastic cups, these lids that go for the plastic cups that I have, and I bought them about 3 months ago, and it was only a few boxes left. They don't have, and the lids weren't there, so let me just get the cups, because I said I might need the cups. Now they don't have the cups, they don't have the lids, they don't have anything. And then I was talking to friends of mine. I just went to one of the stores, a local produce store that I go to, because now I have to get my vegetables, getting ready for Thanksgiving. And they says, Fausto, all the restaurants are having major problems. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to start giving people in the glass cup and give it back. I don't know. He says, there's a major issue. But when I told you, when I walked down that aisle, it looked like And, I mean, obviously the things that people really don't need, there's a lot, it's there. But things that people need, pasta, uh, uh, paper goods, they're all gone. There was nothing there. So I think you're going to probably, and I'm just telling you now, I mean, you're right with the supply chain, what's happening, what's going on with Nordstrom's, but here you're talking about, clothes or whatever it is. But I could see, let's see what happens in January. I think you can see a major problem in January. People are going to say, like, you're going to start going to your local bagel store or your deli, and they're going to be like, they got nothing to put this stuff in. They're really not. And I know everyone likes, forget about plastic, even paper cups. They don't have the lids to put them on. So what are they going to do? I mean, you still got to put a plastic on the lid. So I could see, I'm telling you, you heard it here first. I'm telling you, you didn't hear it on TV yet or whatever, but you're going to start seeing that thing is going to be a big issue right there. And, those things we deal with every day. Big issue here, getting products here in Las Vegas. Patrick, I just came back from a big conference in Las Vegas, and you could say that. I mean, it was, first of all, people are blowing money. I don't want to go off a tangent here, but I'm going to tell you a funny story. I was shopping, and the Rolexes that we wear, empty. I took a picture, I couldn't believe it. Every Rolex store was empty. They had no Rolexes, from the Win to the C's, all of them. The only thing they had was things on display that someone's trying to sell, but they couldn't sell them. Every Rolex store was empty, okay? And regarding about everything else. But anyway, let's get back to trading. Well, I don't think they stole them, Max. I mean, Michael, they really actually are sold out. People got money. They're blowing it. I guess people want to, I mean, that's going to cause a bunch of other stuff. But anyway, a couple other stocks I want to talk about. So we got that one. We know about GPS. We got PLNN. Also, that's, no, I spelled it wrong. That was it not the PLNN? Which one was it? KTT, yeah, that one. KTTA, which we saw yesterday. We'll put that back on the watch list. We got OCUP. We're just talking about that. I don't know if that's the company. That stock had a nice little pop this morning. We're from 450 to 650. It's got some resistance levels there. We'll keep an eye on that one. We got Game. That was this morning, but she's starting to trend down. She actually did really good yesterday with that big pop, but now she's trending down. So you could see she had a really good after hours move. So that big percentage move that you see there that has to do with it. Interesting that just show an archipelago right there. Look at that 22,000 share buyer out there. I want to see if this guy gets filled. You can see there's a lot of trades going off at 93. Look, see the guy's getting done. Look at that. Look at that. See, he's getting done. Look, 390, 390, 391, 91. You see how that order gets filled? Okay. That's why you got to follow the time and sales, guys. Very, very important. Time and sales has a lot to do with it to know where the orders are. IINN's the last one I'm throwing on the watch list. This stock was a really nice stock. We traded back in October. In one day, we went from $2 to $9, up about 500%. But then sure enough, looks like it's trending down. So we'll keep an eye on that one too. All right, other than that, guys, listen, it is Thanksgiving Eve. Please don't get cocky. Just focus on your day's pay. Market's down 186 points, okay? I don't know if you guys have been watching the financial stations, but the President Biden is going to open up 50 million barrels that are on a reserve, okay? But is that going to help what's happening with gas prices? Everyone's already predicting gas and oil is going to probably hit $100 a barrel. They say, how much we use? We use about 18 million barrels. 18 million barrels a day just in the United States. So what is that going to give us a relief for 3 days? It's not going to really do a lot. So regardless of what they're releasing, you got to look at the long term. So, I mean, talking about, they're, like I said, they're already projecting $100 barrel. And remember I told you this about a month ago. Somebody went out there and did a very big option at $200 a barrel, okay? So if that strike price hits, and if you trade options, you know what I'm talking about, $200 a barrel. Someone took that bet, Okay, so you know, and it was a leap to no. Also, it was a leap. It wasn't something that was done like was done as a short-term option. It was a leap done, so it's within a year, which is pretty interesting. I might want to take I wonder what that cost anyway, but we'll check it out. Anyway, good luck today. If I don't see you this afternoon, have a happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Be safe, drive safe. It's the busiest travel days of the year. And I think I said about 40 million people are going to be traveling, 12 million or 20 million just on airplanes. So there's going to be a lot of people going to be traveling. Just be safe, take your time, enjoy Thanksgiving. And most importantly, we'll see you back here on Friday. The market is open up a half a day. And then don't forget to register for that Black Friday event that I'm going to be doing at 2 o'clock. Thanks, everybody. Let's go make some money. And on YouTube, we'll see you then. We'll see you this afternoon.